guys, no real picture of me today, but we're going to be doing roots. Today's lesson's super easy, all done on the calculator. Okay, so let's get started. First, you want to make sure that we're going to turn our calculator on. We want to make sure that we have some measures set up. So we're going to go to mode. We want to make sure that we have it on normal and not scientific. So make sure normal is selected. And then I'm going to go down to float. That's how many decimal places we are going. We want to make sure that we're floating, that we don't just go to 2 decimal places, okay? All right, so, all right. Let's start with our first one. Oh, let me make sure I have enter, and then I'm going to do second, quit. Okay, our first one is the square root of 36. That's super easy. We all know the square root of 36 is 6, because 6 times 6 is 36, but I'm going to show you how to use your square root. Here's my square root right here. So I'm going to hit the blue and hit square root, and then I'm just going to type in 36 and enter, and it's 6, okay? So I'm going to put the answer right here. Okay? Next, I'm going to do negative square root of 144, okay? So I'm going to hit my negative sign, negative, make sure it's there, second, square root 144. Wait, let me clear that. 144, and then enter, sorry. And we get negative 12. So I'm going to make sure I put negative 12 right here. All right, next, I want to do this. Positive or negative square root of 121 over 289, okay? So, I don't have to do anything with a positive or negative. I just need to make sure that I add that at the end. So we're going to do second square root. And it is 121 over 289. So I need to make sure I'm a fraction. So I'm going to put parentheses because I want to make sure that this is in fraction form. So 121 divided by 289. 289, and I'm going to close parentheses. Enter. Okay, now, I want this to be in fraction form, not like that. So I'm going to go to math. Where are you at? Right here. Math. And see how it's selected number 1 fraction, and I'm going to push enter, and it takes my answer and it's going to turn it into a fraction, which is 11/17, and that is the correct answer. So now we just put positive or negative 11 over 17. Easy enough, right? Okay, next is square root of 3 and 24/100. So let me clear out my calculator. Square root, second, square root, 3 and 24/100, enter. 1.8. So we got that 1.8, okay? All right, next we have a cubed root. So we have a cube root of 27 over 64. That's easy. We're gonna go to math. And we're going to push number 4, and we're going to select, or you can use these buttons. I'm just going to push number 4 because that number 4 is my cube root, okay? And it is 27 over 64. That's a fraction. So 27 divided by 64, and I'm going to close my parentheses, and I get 75/100. But I need my answer in fraction form. So I'm going to go to math and hit fraction. And it takes my answer and turns it to fraction, which is 3/4, which we all probably knew that. Okay, one more practice. Cube root of 2,744. Okay, again, we go to math. Number 4 is my cube root. And we're doing 2,744. And we get the answer of 14. Now, if I wanted to check this, I could totally check this by doing 14 to the 3rd power. And I get 2,744, okay? All right, next we're gonna go backwards, and we've got the square root of y is equal to 6. So we're gonna take this, and we know that the square root, and this is supposed to be y, it looks like I'm jacked up x. We're gonna square this in our calculator, okay? Okay, so we're gonna do 6, and we can actually click this, it squares it, or you can raise it to the second power. I'm just gonna click that, makes it super easy. Boom, 36. All right, which we knew that was gonna be our answer. So y is equal to, 36. All right, next we have h squared equals 121. Well, we know that the opposite of squaring is square root. So we're going to second square root 121, enter, and it's 11. But now here's where it gets tricky, because when we're squaring it, it could be negative 11 or it can be positive 11. Sorry, it could be either or. Because if you did negative 11 squared, you get, hold on. If you do negative 11 squared, you get 121. And if you do 11 squared, you get 121. So make sure that when you're doing those right there, that you have a negative and or positive. All right, so let's go do this one. We got the square root of z is equal to 8.4. So we know that if we square this in our calculator, we should get the answer. So 8.4 squared, I'm gonna hit my square button, enter. I got 70.56. So if I take the square root of my answer, I did second square root, 70.56, and I get 8.4, which is what I got here. So z will be equal to 70.56. This is why you have to make sure that your decimal is off of 2 decimal places and it's at float, because you won't get the correct answer if it's not on float. All right, next, our last one is x squared is equal to 81 over 169. So what we want to do is we want to take the square root of this to get that, and we know, just like before, our answer is either going to be negative or positive, right? Okay. So we're going to do second square root, and it is a fraction, and it's 81 divided by 169, and enter. It's a decimal. I need that in fraction form, so I hit math. I'm going to hit 1 or just enter, and it turns it to 9/13, which is right. So it's either negative 9/13 or just positive 9/13. Okay, so if you have any questions how to use the calculator, raise your hand. I'll help you.